My wife, 8 months pregnant, was hit by a car while walking our dog. I called an ambulance immediately. The moment the paramedics arrived and went to put my wife on the stretcher, I stopped them. You've got the wrong one. I called the ambulance for the dog. You need to get him to the animal hospital right now before it's too late. The paramedics and the crowd of onlookers stared, completely baffled. My wife, lying on the pavement, looked up at me with tears streaming down her face. In your eyes, she sobbed, are my life and our baby's life worth less than a dog's? Without a second's hesitation, I said, yes. Sir, please be serious, one of the paramedics said, standing his ground. We may be a private ambulance service, but our priority is always human life. I looked at our dog, Buddy, whimpering in pain on the ground, and my patience snapped. A human life is a life, but isn't a dog's life a life too? Buddy has been with me for 8 years. He's family. If you don't save him today, I'll make you regret it. My outburst set the crowd murmuring. What kind of monster is he? His wife's water just broke from the accident, and he hasn't even glanced at her. All he cares about is that dog. I own a dog, and I love him to death, but I'd never abandon my wife and child. Is this guy out of his mind? That poor woman, married to an animal like him. I ignored their judgment, carefully lifting Buddy onto the stretcher myself.
What are you waiting for?
I'm the one who called you, and I've already paid. Now get my dog to the animal hospital. The paramedics exchanged a hesitant look, their eyes darting to my wife Chelsea, who was now slumped against the curb. Her face was ashen, and the fluid from her ruptured amniotic sac was still pooling around her. They opened their mouths to argue, but Chelsea spoke first, her voice weak as she clutched her stomach. Please, just save Buddy, she whispered. I can call another ambulance for myself. My husband, he would be devastated if anything happened to Buddy. She looked up at me, her eyes brimming with a love so deep it seemed to swallow the agony she was clearly in. The crowd's murmurs shifted to sympathy and admiration for her. I ignored them all and pressed the paramedics again. You heard her. My wife agrees. Now drive! Buddy is running out of time. Finally, the ambulance doors closed and we sped toward the animal hospital, leaving Chelsea behind on the pavement. While Buddy was in surgery, my mother called. Ethan, Chelsea had the baby. It's a boy, but he's not doing well. You need to get here now. Her voice was frantic, but my mind was elsewhere. Mom, Buddy's still in surgery. His condition is unstable. I can't leave him. My mother's voice exploded through the phone. Ethan, that is your son. Do you have any idea how close you came to losing them? The doctor said if Chelsea had arrived 1 minute later, neither she nor the baby would have made it. If she wasn't defending you, telling me not to blame you, I swear I would beat you senseless myself. My mother had always been gentle. I had never heard her so furious, but I couldn't focus on her anger. My eyes were glued to the operating room door. When the vet finally emerged, I cut my mother off. Mom, I have to go. Buddy's out of surgery. I need to take care of him. I hung up and rushed to the vet. Doctor, how is he? Is Buddy going to be okay? Seeing the tremor in my hands, the doctor placed a calming hand on my shoulder. Don't worry, we got to him in time. He's out of danger, but we need to keep him for observation for the next 24 hours. A wave of relief washed over me. Okay, good. That's all that matters. As soon as I said it, my phone rang again. It was my father. Ethan, your son is fighting for his life. How can you not be here? Get to this hospital now. His voice was a thunderous roar, accustomed to being obeyed. But I answered without thinking. Dad, Buddy needs me. I can't leave. His fury intensified. A dog is more important than your wife and child? Ethan, you chased Chelsea from high school through college. You fought so hard to marry her. At your wedding, you stood in front of all our friends and family and swore you would never let her suffer a moment of pain. Even Buddy. Chelsea was the one who found him as a stray 8 years ago. The only reason you love that dog so much is because of her. How can your feelings for the dog remain while you treat her like this? His words stung and tears welled in my eyes. Click the link in my bio to get the full story for free.